Hi there, my name is Tansy Rogers, and I'm here to ask you one simple question today. Are you a deep belly breather, or are you a chest breather? And the reason that I'm asking you this is because people don't realize how important your breath is in your everyday life. From exercise, to decreasing your stress levels, to your overall health. So if you are a deep belly breather, your anxiety is going to tend to be a little bit lower. Your health is going to be a little bit better. But if you hold a lot of tension and a lot of breath right there from the chest and your breath is real shallow, your stress levels are going to be higher and your health is going to be not quite as good. So I'm going to show you one way to find out today if you are a chest breather or a belly breather. And then depending on what you find out, we're going to look at ways to either enhance that or to change it around and improve your health right now. So let's start with something really simple. I want you to take one hand and I want you to put it right there on your chest. And I want you to take your other hand and put it right onto your belly, right above your belly button. I want you to take a nice deep breath. And as you breathe in, I want you to think and feel which hand is going a little bit higher. So close your eyes, take a nice deep breath, hold it, and now exhale. So, what did you find out? If you couldn't figure it out right then and there, do it again. Figure out which hand comes a little higher. Is it the hand on the chest or is it the hand on the belly? If it's the hand on the chest, that means that you are more of a chest breather. And that's something that we need to work to change around. If it's your hand on your belly, that means that you're more of a deep belly breather. And that's a good thing. But we can look at ways to make it even better and to put it into a regular practice to make sure that your belly breathing is becoming more of a regular daily practice. See, what happens as we get older, our lungs, the tissue in our lungs, and the lungs themselves lose elasticity. The muscles and the bones, things start to deteriorate, things start to change, so the structure's not as good as when we were younger. Did you know that when we were actually born as deep belly breathers? But as we get older and stress starts to change and stress starts to affect us, things start to change, your body structure starts to change, and therefore we actually develop to become more of chest breathers, and that's not good. So let's talk just a little bit about benefits of deep belly breathing. So when you're a deep belly breather, typically what happens is your stress and your anxiety start to lower. They actually use it to help overcome fears and anxieties and other kind of mental issues. People even use it for post-traumatic stress disorder. A lot of times deep belly breathing can help to decrease those stress levels and help to overcome some of those really bad ingrained fears. They also typically say that some deep belly breathing is going to help to decrease nausea if you tend to get motion sickness or anything of that sort. So you can really use it in your everyday life. Now, I believe in deep belly breathing so much that I actually preach it nonstop with the clients that I work with. It is my #1 go-to tool in order to decrease stress, increase productivity personally, increase mental focus, and even lose weight. Yes, deep belly breathing can even make you lose weight. A lot of times people who really hold it right there in their chest tend to have a little bit more weight on them. Isn't that interesting, you know? So now let's talk just a little bit about what kind of symptoms chest breathers typically tend to notice. Typically, those individuals have poor digestion, increased stress and anxiety, decreased mental focus and mental acuity, decreased productivity, increased blood pressure. Their natural good endorphins tend to be a little bit lower, therefore they may feel kind of depressed and a little angry and maybe just feeling a little off. So typically, those individuals also are more likely to have pneumonia or some kind of lung infections because they're holding everything right here and everything's very pent up and tight. So now that we talked about the goods and the bads of belly breathing and chest breathing, we're going to talk a little bit about how you can change that right now. So I have an exercise that we're going to do. So I want you to get into a nice comfortable position, okay? Keeping that belly nice and loose, keeping that upper body nice and loose. Maybe cross your legs. If you're sitting in a chair, you can just let your legs nice and loose hanging on the floor, feet nice and loose planted onto the floor. If you're laying down, you can just relax laying down, letting your arms open up, letting your legs open up. For today's purpose, I'm going to sit here just nice and loose. My belly is nice and loose. It's not sucked in very tight. My shoulders are very nice and loose, and I feel calm. Okay, so what I want you to do, just take a few just deep breaths, keeping your eyes closed or open if you prefer. I like to shut my eyes. It makes me a little bit more aware of what I got going on inside. So just taking some deep breaths, noticing where you're focusing that energy and where you're focusing that breath. Is it stuck in your belly or is it stuck in your chest? Now what I'm going to have you do, as you take that deep breath in, I want you to allow your belly to expand. Allow that diaphragm to expand, okay? So opposite concept of what we normally do. When you deep breath in, belly expands. Shoulders, posture increase, and you become a little bit taller. Okay? So let's try it. For 5 breaths, I want you to deep breath in, allowing that belly to expand. Here we go. In, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now hold it for 2 breaths. And now exhale, allowing that belly to suck in, pulling it in tight for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and relax. Okay? Let's try it again. Remember, deep belly breath in, allowing belly to expand for 5 seconds. Hold for 2, and then a 5-second release as you suck that belly in tight. Okay, ready? Here we go. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. 2. And now exhale. 2. Perfect. Okay, but now we need to make sure that we're also breathing correctly through our nose and our mouth. So as you inhale and allow that belly to expand, I want you to make sure that you're breathing in through your nose. And as you're exhaling, I want you to make sure that you keep a nice, loose, puckered lips and allow that breath to flow out through the mouth. So let's try everything together one more time. Here we go. 5 seconds in. In. And relax. How did that feel? Did you notice a difference from the deep belly breathing in comparison to the chest breathing? If not, I want you to do that a few times to get used to it, because it can feel kind of weird at first when you're not used to that kind of activity. Practice this at home. I want you to make sure that you're doing it more than just once or twice. I want you to do this for a few minutes, because a few minutes is going to allow your body to relax, and it's also going to allow that oxygen to circulate throughout the body a little bit more efficiently. This would be great for you to do first thing in the morning to kind of prepare your day and get your body ready to be able to breathe like that throughout the day. And then also during stressful times throughout the day. If you're having a pretty stressful day at work, this is a fantastic way for you to kind of calm yourself down, refocus, and get yourself back to where you need to be. This is also a fantastic way for you to be able to fall asleep at night. People who have a really hard time falling asleep at night usually have some problems breathing properly. So therefore, if you change the way that you breathe and you put this in right before you go to bed, it'll help to relax your body and help you sleep a more slumber night. So now, one thing that I want to address to you before we end this video today is I want to talk a little bit about how breath is going to make a huge difference in your exercising as well. So everything that we talked about with the deep belly breathing and the expanding of the diaphragm and the sucking in of the diaphragm as you exhale, it's going to be vital for when you're doing exercises too. All right, so let's just go ahead and practice one exercise, and I'm going to show you how this practice is incorporated in the exercise itself. I'm just going to do a very simple crunch on the floor. So I want you to lay down on the floor. So I'm going to bring my hands back behind my neck so that I can get myself ready to do a proper crunch. Abs are going to be in tight to start to make sure that that back is flat onto the ground and that you are ready to perform a healthy, proper crunch. Now, when you crunch up, you're going to exhale, okay? Anytime that you are exerting the force, you're going to want to exhale out. Now, what happens when you exhale? You suck the belly in, okay? So, as you come up, exhale, sucking belly in towards the floor. Hold it there for 2 seconds. And as you lower yourself down, you're going to inhale, allowing that belly to expand. So let's try this again. Inhale before you go up. Exhale, pressing belly flat down to the ground. Hold for 2 seconds, and exhale on the way down. Okay, and that is how you incorporate this breath into your exercising routine. Anytime that you are exerting force, you're going to exhale. And anytime that you are lowering back and bringing yourself back to that start position, you're going to inhale. So this is exactly what I have for you today. My action step is that I want you to try these breathing techniques 3 times a day. 1 in the morning, 1 during the day when you're stressed out, and 1 at night before you go to bed. Try it for a few days and see how it feels, because the more you practice this exercise, the more it's going to become ingrained, and the more you're going to start to feel the health benefits from this amazing, easy breathing technique. So, do you like what you heard today? Did you think that it was helpful? And would you like to hear more? I would love for you to hear more. So what I want you to do right now is get on over to my website, tansyrogers.com, and I have a free newsletter that I want you to sign up for over there. So then you can get some really great information on all different kinds of topics. I would also love to hear what you have to say. So please comment below and let me know, what kind of breather are you? Are you a deep belly breather, or are you a chest breather? And have you already been practicing this and are really into meditation and deep belly breathing and using it in your everyday life? And if not, then tell me, what are you going to do to change your ways and to change your health? Thank you so much for watching this video today, and I hope to see you back.